Hello. So I wanted to take some time to come on this video and introduce myself. This is going to be my first YouTube video ever and that I've uploaded, and I'm starting a channel, so I'm really excited to be starting on this journey. So my name's Aluna Dragon, and I just want to introduce myself and tell you a little bit about myself. So I come from Flagstaff, Arizona, and my dad went to art school in Manhattan, and he played bass in a punk band and toured Europe. So I grew up very encouraged to be creative, and he would play guitar and we would sing songs, and I've always loved music. And then I also in high school took some dance classes and realized I loved to dance. And then so I grew up listening to like metal or things that my dad would share, metal, punk, reggae. That was kind of what I was into. And then I was definitely like a little emo scene girl, and I was into hardcore, and I would go to hardcore shows and throw down, and I would get in the mosh pit and like go to punk shows. So I grew up very immersed in that type of culture. And then when I was 15 years old, I was introduced to the rave culture. And Flagstaff is like a small mountain town up in Arizona, northern Arizona. I am an indigenous woman. I am Navajo or Dene, and I am also German. My father's side is white, and I grew up with my father. And apparently I also have Aztec and Apache blood, which I really resonate with Aztec. People think that I look very Hispanic, so it makes sense. And I recently found out that there's actually an Aztec ruins on the Navajo reservation, which I did not know that before. So it could definitely make sense. I haven't had my blood tested. Yeah. Anywho, so I actually got introduced into the rave scene at 15 years old, and I was a very wild little girl, and I was very rebellious, and I liked to get crazy. So we would come to Phoenix to go to these underground raves at like warehouse parties. And it was back in the day when you would call the line to find out the address, and it was before smartphones, so we'd be like cruising around trying to find where these places are at, and they would give you directions. Yeah, so that was really fun. And then I moved down here to Phoenix, Mesa actually, when I graduated high school. And it's been interesting because I go-go danced, and I also exotic danced for a long time. And then I realized that I needed to do something more meaningful with my life, because exotic dancing is very, for me, at first it was very empowering and fun and all these things, but I realized that it was like really draining to me on a mental, spiritual level, because it just wasn't authentic for who I am. But I love, love, love to dance. I'm such a performer. And so I started getting into festivals. I stepped away from the go-go dancing for a very long time, and then I started getting into the festival scene, and I have been very blessed to be able to perform with some amazing performers. I took some fire fans class and got into fire fans. I'm still learning that. I'm very good at pole dancing. Pole dancing is one of my favorite types of dance, and I love to freestyle dance. So I've been very blessed to be able to dance at a lot of cool events, like local events and festivals. I've performed at Gem and Jam. I've gotten to do a lot of really amazing things, and I love being on stage. So yeah. And moving forward, I became involved with some musicians. I started dating a musician, and a lot of my friends were in the music scene and starting to make music. And this is a long story. So I went through a very hard relationship and a tough breakup, and it taught me a lot, and it taught me a lot about myself, and it actually led to my spiritual awakening, because after that happened and after I was healing from it, I decided to go to yoga school. So I actually grew up in a pretty unhealthy environment, and when I was in high school, I took a yoga class at my school, and it helped me so much with like anger and depression. So that's kind of where I first realized that I loved yoga. And after this breakup happened, I was like, I needed to find something to inspire me and empower me and heal me. So I went to yoga school at Spirit of Yoga, which is a part of the Southwest Institute of Healing Arts in Tempe, Arizona. And it's an amazing school. It's a conscious school, and they have all kinds of different cool stuff like yoga, different healing modalities, massage, energy work, hypnotherapy. So it's definitely a little gem that we have here, and I'm very blessed to be around it. So I went to Spirit of Yoga, and that really opened me up and started my spiritual path. And then I still wasn't sure what I wanted to do, but I was very drawn to energy work. So I went back to Sweeha and I took the massage program because massage is very universal. And then I also took polarity as my elective. So polarity is a form of energy work. I also took some Reiki, so I'm certified to do shamanic Reiki 1 and 2. But polarity is very interesting. So polarity deals with the electromagnetic field of the body, and I will definitely talk about this more because it's super fascinating. I love it. It's really enjoyable and interesting. So anyways, I got certified to do that, and I got my massage license and started doing massage. But this whole time I like almost wanted to quit massage school because this was around the time that I got involved with all these music people, and I was like, fuck, I want to make music. And here's the thing, when I was young, like very young, and I would make music with my dad would always be like, go make music, go write songs. And at that time I was very, very, very insecure, deeply insecure. And I remember thinking to myself, I could never do anything with this. Like, there's no point in even trying. So I didn't try. I played it safe. I even went to massage school because I thought that it would be a safe route. And I'm really glad I took all that schooling because it's super amazing info, and I love learning about the body. So it's, everything that you learn is part of your journey. So I don't regret any of it, but it was definitely like a safe path to take because I knew that I could, make money doing it, and it was kind of in the realm of healing. So healing has been a huge thing for me. I know that I'm a healer. I know that I'm meant to help people, and part of that is healing yourself. So I have been doing a lot of self-work for quite a few years, since 2016. That's when I started my yoga journey, or started my yoga schooling. Yeah, so now after graduating school and I got out of exotic dancing, I was doing that for 7 years, and since I was 18 years old, so I actually just turned 27, and it was really, it's also can be a very toxic environment. And once again, it's something that has taught me so much. So there's like nothing, like I would not trade that experience at all because it's helped me to become the woman that I am now. But it's also taught me a lot. Like I started learning about sacred sexuality and learning how sacred your sexual energy is. And this is also something that I want to talk more about at another time. Anywho, so sexual energy is also the same as creative energy. It resides in your sacral chakra. So yeah, I'm a very creative person. And I have been practicing singing. I've been going to open mics. And I released my first song on my 27th birthday, and I'm about to release my fucking first music video, and I am really excited because I am starting out on this musical journey, and I see myself like I said, I love to perform, and now I'm using it as my voice. This is the other thing that I forgot to say. So I did slam poetry from when I was like 15 to 18, and so I love to write poems, and I've definitely performed quite a bit. And like I said, I love being on stage, and I have a big voice, and I am good with words. So yeah, so now I'm combining my love for music because I love dancing to music, and I've always been interested in music but just too scared to pursue it. So now I'm pursuing it and taking it seriously, and I am ready to make big things happen, and I see more dancing, and I see more arts, and I see huge performances. And yeah, and I also see myself sharing a lot of this sacred knowledge that I've learned. I feel that I am a very old soul, and I resonate with the Pleiadian star system, and I feel that I have a big role here on earth as a healer and as a light worker, and I'm ready to share so much in so many different ways, and I love to create. And one thing that I've noticed about performing for me is that when I am like really loving it and really enjoying it, people love it and enjoy it because they feel the passion, and it is inspiring. So it's like, it's a reciprocal energy exchange, in my opinion. And that's like what I want to create, is reciprocal energy exchanges, where I give you something, I give you empowerment, I give you passion, I give you inspiration, and I in return, you know, feel very grateful to be seen and to be felt. And yeah, I think that being seen has been a huge thing for me, around wanting to be seen and understood. And I was definitely very much of a black sheep, and I was like bullied, and yeah, I'm like almost tearing up because of it. But yeah, so when I do my art and my dance, and I have passion in my soul, and I let that shit unleash, I feel very seen, and I'm so grateful to be received by my community. Yeah, that's like definitely one of the hugest blessings for me. So yeah, this is a little bit about me, and I will definitely be posting much more and sharing much more about my journey as an artist, and sharing much more about a lot of my beliefs and realizations that I've come to over my time, and things that I think I'm meant to share. So yeah, go ahead and follow, subscribe, and there will be plenty more of me.